The countryside had always whispered to Aron rustling leaves, chirping birds, the slow rhythm of a world untouched by chaos. It made him believe life would always stay simple. But the night his father collapsed in the old wooden barn, all the whispers vanished. Silence covered the fields like a heavy blanket. Aron stood outside the farmhouse, staring across acres that once felt alive. Now they only looked empty, like they were waiting for him to fail. The crops were dying, the soil was tired. The bank letters piled on the kitchen table. And his father, the strongest man he knew, lay weak and breathless in a small room upstairs. Aron once dreamed of leaving, seeing cities full of light and noise. He wanted a life bigger than dirt roads and rusty tractors. But dreams don't matter when your family needs you. When the land that raised you begins to crumble, you either run or you fight. Before sunrise, Aron dragged himself to the barn where the old plow waited. His father had pushed it with pride for years. Aron touched the wooden handle, splintered, worn, but warm. It felt like holding the weight of generations. He tried pushing the plow. It barely moved. His muscles screamed. The earth resisted him like stone. But somewhere deep inside, a faint voice whispered, "Try again." Aron pushed harder, boots sinking into mud, hands burning, breath shaking. Every step felt like a question the land asked him. "Will you give up?" He pushed anyway. Days turned into weeks. Aron worked from dawn to dusk, plowing, watering, repairing tools with shaking hands. Villagers whispered behind his back, "Too young. Farm's already dead. He should just sell it." At night, Aron collapsed onto his bed, bones aching like they were made of stone. Sometimes he cried quietly so his mother wouldn't hear. But every morning he woke before the sun, because the land wasn't whispering for him, it was depending on him. One cold morning, as Aron walked across the field with a bucket of water, something caught his eye, a tiny green sprout. Just one, small, fragile, but alive. Aron knelt, touching the leaf gently with dirty fingers. For the first time in months, he smiled, a real smile, not forced. He whispered back to the field, "Thank you." The next days brought more sprouts, then more. Little dots of green fighting their way through the cracked brown soil. Aron worked harder watering, fertilizing, staying up late to fix the irrigation line his father built years ago. Storms came. Winds tore at the young crops. Rain slammed the roof at night. Aron ran outside during the worst storm, covering the seedlings with old wooden boards, shielding them with his own body. Lightning lit up his soaked clothes, but he didn't move. By morning, most of the crops still stood. His hands were cut, his clothes ruined, but his hope survived too. Even his mother looked at him differently, like she was seeing the man he was becoming. Weeks passed, the fields filled with green, stretching far beyond anything Aron ever expected. When he showed his father the first harvest basket, full, bright, beautiful, his father's eyes filled with tears. "You saved it," his father whispered, voice weak but proud. "No, you saved us." Aron realized then that strength wasn't about muscles or age. It was about refusing to quit when everything tries to break you. That night, Aron walked through the fields alone. The wind brushed past him gently, like an old friend returning, and the whispers were back soft, warm, alive. He understood something powerful. Dreams don't always pull you away from home. Sometimes your greatest purpose is right where you started, buried beneath the soil you once took for granted, waiting for you to be brave enough to bring it back to life.